No man, no money, it's just a temporary hitch. Life can still be sunny, though I ain't got a stitch. But I still got you, dear, ain't life a bitch? We're sitting pretty, ain't that rich? We're sitting pretty, ain't that rich? Ooh.
Mummy?
Who is it?
What do you mean, who is it? I'm an only child.
We're upstairs in the bedroom, Dumpling. Put these in a suitcase, Sylv.
Oh. This is beautiful.
Oh, no. Armani original. You can have it if you like, Sylv. You can wear it for that job interview you're going to.
No, it's not right. I couldn't wear your clothes, Annie.
No, I suppose not.
What's that mean?
Nothing.
Just because I've never had any nice clothes doesn't mean I can't appreciate them.
Oh, look, Sylv, I wouldn't have had none of this either if it hadn't been for Boris. My boo-boo. He gave me everything money could buy. The rotten, conniving,
Oh,
deceitful
look,
little...
come on, sis. You mustn't speak ill of the dead.
I know, but it's tempting. I mean, look how he's left me. Penniless. Everything's got to go back. I haven't even got a dressing table. What's that, Sylv? I can't look.
It's just another lorry.
It's all so heartless. I'm even losing my little Gucci. Mummy's precious baby girl. She's downstairs waiting for the dog breeder to come and collect her. What kind of people am I dealing with? I mean, how can you repossess a poodle? Tiffany! You're taking my beautiful house away from me. I've got to be out of here today.
No, I've come to help you move. I would have been here sooner, but I've only just come off duty.
Just look at what's happening to me. I've got to move out of my beautiful house into a dingy little flat.
Dingy? It's my dingy little flat you're moving into.
It's my flat, Tiffany. Boris put it in my name as a tax dodge.
I'm the sitting tenant. That gives me legal right to it.
Look, why don't you compromise? It's your dingy little flat.
Yes, it's our dingy little flat.
Didn't mean any offence, Tiffany. It's just that it's so small.
Size has always been important to your mother.
I'm used to space.
Do you think we could get on with packing these clothes? I've got goats to milk.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, Sylv. Tiffany, will you take those boxes down to the van? Daddy said I can store them at the farm. Sylvie, you wait here till the dog breeder arrives.
All right, Annie, anything you say, Annie.
Oh, no!
What is it?
They're taking her, Tiffany. They're taking her away. I can't look.
Oh, it's okay. It'll all be over soon.
Okay. Wonderful. I've never really taken much notice of this flat before.
Oh, what do you think?
Oh, it's very you.
Thank you. We'll go make us some tea.
Have you thought about decorating it?
I don't want to decorate it.
But it's dull and boring.
You said it was very neat.
Yes, but my eyes hadn't become accustomed to the light. What style is it? Looks like early Addams family.
I don't want to decorate it.
It's my flat, Dumpling.
I own the rent book, so it's mine.
All right, whatever you want.
I don't want to decorate it. That's the end of it.
Fine, we'll talk about it later.
Look, Mummy, I'm in the middle of studies. The last thing I need is upheaval. I need peace and quiet.
Yes, of course you do, Dumpling. You won't know I'm here.
What's that?
It's a cake. I thought we could have it for our tea.
I'm on a very strict diet.
Well, a slice of cake won't do you any harm. You always had a slice of cake when you was little.
Mummy, that is why I am now on a very strict diet.
You don't need to go on a diet, Dumpling. You're lovely as you are. You're all squidgy.
Don't call me squidgy.
Nice bit of rag roll wouldn't go amiss.
Oh, I thought I'd better warn you. I'll be inviting a friend back this evening.
Oh, that's nice. Oh, look, when you bring your friend back here, don't introduce me as your mother.
Who shall I say you are? Your pair?
No, say I'm your flatmate.
Flatmate? That's ridiculous.
What's ridiculous about it? You've had flatmates in the past.
Oh, yes, but you don't look like one of my flatmates.
Why?
You don't dress like one of my flatmates.
How do they dress?
Oh, like me.
Say I'm your mother, then. Who's this friend? Someone from the hospital?
Yes.
Is it that doctor you told me about?
Yes, been seeing each other for a couple of months now. And he's not a doctor, he's a professor.
A professor? Ooh! What's he like? I've never met a professor before.
Well, he's very nice. He's,
Is what?
well, he's a bit older than me.
Nothing wrong with that. How old is he?
Well, he's in his 40s.
How much in his 40s?
Well, what does it matter?
Well, there's a big difference between 40 and 49.
Well, he's in his mid-40s.
Oh, that's nice. At that age, they usually know what they're doing and they're not afraid to show their gratitude.
What do you mean?
Well, they're mature and they've learned some manners.
Yes, well, Robert's mature and has impeccable manners. We're going to the opera and then for a meal. I always invite him back for coffee. What?
Nothing, Dumpling.
Mummy, please, don't call me Dumpling in front of him.
Oh, well, of course not. I don't know what you think of me, but I'm not that stupid. I'll go round the farm tonight, see Nana and Grandad. You can have the place to yourselves.
OK, thanks. I've got some work to do on a paper that was supposed to be in last week. You don't mind?
Oh, no, of course not, Dumpling. Looks like a Benetton advert. I'll leave you in peace. Be in my room if you need me. That just about sums life up, don't it, girls? 60 ladies and one man. As long as they're young and they're laying, they're all right. Once they get past their shelf life, they become pussycat food. It's just not fair. Well, they can do what they like, but no one's got to turn Annie Briggs into a tin of whiskers.
You making a cup of coffee?
No.
Oh, if you were making a cup of coffee, I'd have one.
First timid venture into the world at the end of the tunnel.
Perhaps Dad fancies a cup of coffee.
He don't normally have a cup of coffee.
Well, he might fancy one tonight.
Wouldn't have thought so.
Well, he might.
George, do you want a coffee?
No.
He don't.
Caffeine gives me migraine.
You've got decaffeinated.
It gives me heartburn.
Bloody old hypochondriac.
I am not a hypochondriac. I'm too ill for all that.
You've got everything from constipation to catarrh.
Yeah, so the last thing I need is heartburn or headache. Pills them doctor give me ain't working.
They're suppositories.
They're antidepressants.
Well, they make me miserable.
Didn't think you needed pills for that. Oh, it's Annie. Quick, put the kettle on, Sylv. Oh.
Oh, Mummy.
are you, darling? You all moved now, are you?
Yeah, it's all settled in.
Come on, sit yourself down. Sylvie's making a coffee.
Sylvia's not making coffee.
She didn't get that job in the body shop. Her karma's all upset. Don't mention it to her.
No, of course not. That's sad. Don't worry, Mummy, I'll make the coffee.
No, you have a chat with your dad. I'll make it.
Hello, Daddy.
Do you know when the last time I went to the toilet was?
Oh, no, not that.
3.5 weeks ago.
That can't be right, can it?
It's the eggs.
There is nothing wrong with my eggs.
You eat too many of them.
Have you been to doctors?
Doctors, don't talk to me about doctors. They're useless.
He's giving suppositories.
Well, that should do the trick.
He keeps missing.
So what brings you round?
Oh, I was sitting in that flat all on my own. I hate being alone. I'm naturally gregarious. So I thought I'd come round here and cheer myself up.
Where's young Tiffany, then?
She's gone out with a man friend from that hospital where she works. It's like one she told us about, specialist in geriatrics.
They are, George.
Oh,
Oh, I think it's nice she's become a nurse, don't you?
well, I wasn't too happy about it at first, but now I don't mind. She's like me, concerned with humanity.
Yeah, you always did your bit for mankind, didn't you?
Be a family trait, eh, Sil? Did you get that job at the body shop?
No.
Oh, that's a shame. I wish people wouldn't judge you on first impressions. You know your trouble, Daddy. You don't get out enough. You spend months and months stuck in this dump.
I went for a drink at the Bowls Club last week. Oh, Sid Fowler came over for a chat. He thought I was dead.
Well, sometimes when you're deep in thought, George, you do look off.
Because he hadn't seen me for so long. He lost half his stomach.
What were you drinking?
They took him into hospital last year. His brother died of the same thing.
Sorry you didn't get that job, Sil.
Don't worry about me. I'm used to disappointment.
Oh, it's not all bad news, is it? You're going out tomorrow with that fella from the slaughterhouse.
No, I'm not. He phoned earlier and cancelled. He wouldn't have cancelled if it had been a date with you. I was never successful with men, was I?
Well, maybe not, but you always had to go, didn't you? I mean, it weren't for the want of trying, was it?
No. When we were kids, I used to wish that we'd been born identical twins. Did you?
Yeah.
It wasn't meant to be. They only had eyes for you.
Oh, listen to me. Do you remember when we was kids in Khartoum Street?
Yeah.
Do you remember that story Daddy used to come up and tell us when we was all tucked up in our little beds?
What, about the air raid warden and the live grenade?
No, not that one. The one about the ugly duckling, remember?
Yeah? What about it?
Well, when we were little, I always used to think he was referring to you.
Did you? But I wasn't an ugly duckling.
You were, in a way.
I wasn't.
You were.
I wasn't.
You were.
I wasn't.
You were, Sil, honest.
All right. For argument's sake, let's say I was.
You were.
All right. But I didn't turn into a beautiful swan, did I?
No, that's my point. You haven't. Yet.
What do you mean, I haven't yet? How am I going to turn into a beautiful swan at my age?
Oh, you never know.
Oh, don't be so stupid, Annie. I'll never be a beautiful swan.
Oh, grow up, Sylvie. It's only a fairy story.
You're doing it again. You can be so bloody insensitive at times.
I was only encouraging you.
You don't even know you're doing it, do you? All my life I've thought, oh, what does it matter? I'll go and help Mum with the coffee.
I knew I shouldn't have eaten that biscuit.
Oh, I'll have this and then I'll go back to the flat.
But you'll be all on your own.
Well, here we are. Thank you for a super evening, Robert. Have you got time for a coffee?
Just a quick one. I've got 2 brain scans and an Alzheimer's seminar in the morning.
Robert, before we go up to the flat, there's something I have to tell you. You remember I told you about my stepfather?
Oh, yes, that was tragic.
Yes. Well, we discovered later that he died bankrupt.
Oh, dear, how sad.
Yes. He's left my mother virtually penniless. She's had to move out of the house. Oh, repossession order. So I invited her to come and stay at my flat for a while. What else could I do? It's my mother, after all. I just thought I'd better warn you. I mean, tell you.
Oh, that's fine. I'm looking forward to meeting her.
It's not as simple as that. You see, this will sound very strange, but I don't really know her that well.
Don't know her, but she's your mother. Wait a moment, are you saying she had you adopted?
Oh, no, nothing like that. As a child, I was sent away to boarding school, so I didn't see that much of her. Even on the rare occasions I came home, my grandparents usually looked after me.
Where was your mother?
She was busy, traveling the world.
What was she? A career for a tour company?
No, she was attractive.
Attractive? Oh, I see. I think...
Oh, don't misunderstand me. She didn't desert me. She visited, you know, open days, that sort of thing. She wrote regularly, and sometimes we'd go on holiday together. But we never had the normal mother-daughter relationship. So now we're living together, we're having to get acquainted with each other. Better late than never, I suppose. I had to tell you, Robert, just in case you sensed any kind of atmosphere between us.
Don't worry, Tiffany. I understand.
Bright, sparkling diamond. But believe me, dear, when I say that she can give you the world, but she'll never love you the way.
Oh, yes, she's a Shirley Bassey fan. Oh, make yourself at home.
Thank you.
Oh, I thought it was you, Tiffany. I made some coffee for you, just in case you're in need of some light refreshment. Anyway, I'll make myself scarce. I was just in the bedroom preparing a facial scrub.
Let me introduce you. This is my mother, Annabelle. Mummy, this is Professor Calder. Robert.
Hello.
It's very nice to meet you.
Oh, please do sit down.
Thank you.
How was the opera?
Oh, wonderful. We saw La Traviata.
Oh, phenomenal. My absolute favourite. Hank took me to see that years ago. Do you remember Uncle Hank?
Yes.
American fellow.
Yes.
Lovely man. I loved the final scene in Violetta's apartment when she sings the aria Prondi questi immagini just before she dies of a mysterious disease. Rampant passion, and I loved it.
Yes, a very moving moment.
Oh, it moved me. I got a chill down my spine. It didn't stop till it hit my big toes. Well, then again, I am a very emotional person, Robert. I wear my heart on my sleeve, don't I, Tiffany?
Yes. Coffee?
Please, darling.
We went to a super little bistro down Maddox Street, didn't we, Robert? Oh. Robert. A meal. It's a wonderful meal, wasn't it? Robert.
Wonderful. It's Annie, isn't it?
Sorry?
It is you. It's Annie.
Well,
No!
Yes! Oh, I don't believe it. I haven't seen you for, God, how many years?
Oh, more than I care to be reminded of, Catkins. What's happened to your beard and your hair? Oh, what's all this?
You two met?
Yes, years ago, Bobby and I well, we knew each other.
Yes, Annie and I used to, well, you know, go out occasionally.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. Calm down, sugar.
Calm down. I bring my colleague home for coffee and discover he's had an affair with my mother.
It wasn't an affair, was it, Annie?
No.
Apart from sharpen the razor, just tell me how on earth you two could possibly have met.
Well, I was in hospital and Bobby was one of the doctors.
Well, I was just a houseman in those days.
What are you in hospital for?
I was having a baby.
I was one of the delivery team. It was my first birth, as it were. I remember it like it was yesterday. Do you remember all the little jokes, Annie? If it doesn't come out soon, it's either a cesarean or a rope and pulley.
You had a difficult birth, darling.
Yes, I said to Annie after the baby was... You? It was you?
Yes.
Oh, heavens. You mean I...
Yes, you delivered Tiffany.
Oh, hell. I didn't know, Tiffany. Well, be fair, how could I have known? It was a long time ago, and I had no reason to make any connection between you and the first baby I delivered. The last time I saw you in the maternity ward, you hadn't even been named. In those days, Annie used to call you Dumpling. After your birth, Annie was confined to bed for 10 days.
Oh, story of her life.
I was working on her ward and we got talking. She told me how your father, Justin?
Yes, your real daddy.
She told me how he'd been captured by the Viet Cong. I felt so sorry for her.
I was traumatised, wasn't I, Bobby?
You were like a little bird with a broken wing.
I was in a right state.
Anyway, the morning Annie was leaving, I happened to say to her, if she ever felt the need to talk to anyone, give me a ring. And she did. And the rest, as they say, is history.
So are you, Professor.
Sorry?
Your history. You know, you're a very sick person. I mean, how can you kiss and embrace and make improper suggestions to someone you delivered? You're a pervert! A dirty old pervert!
I'll put Shirley Bassey on.
You can take her any place she wants, to fancy clubs and restaurants.
Has he gone?
Well, of course he's gone. What did you expect? You can't go calling a man a pervert and expect him to stay. Well, some, but not Professor.
I lost my temper.
Oh, yeah, I noticed.
It doesn't matter anyway, does it? I mean, I could never see him again after what happened tonight.
Why not? You can't let a man like him slip through your fingers.
You just don't know what you've done, do you? Robert wasn't just a boyfriend. He was the world's leading expert in his field. I felt honoured to attend his lectures. I respected and revered him. You know, he was Professor Robert Calder. The Professor Robert Calder. But now, oh, thanks to you, he's Bobby bloody Catkins! And you rocked his belly! Okay. I am Mother.
How was I supposed to know this was going to happen? I didn't have a crystal ball or a set of tarot cards in the delivery room with me. Even your Auntie Sylvia, who's into that sort of thing, didn't see this one coming. I mean, you were born 21 years ago, Dumpling.
Oh, no. And my boyfriend delivered me.
It's no reason to break off the relationship.
No, of course not. I mean, what could be more natural than a romantic weekend away with a man who pulled me from the womb, cleaned me down with sterile water and examined my afterbirth?
Well, it might put a little obstacle between you, but...
Oh, God, my boyfriend created my navel. And he knows you call me Dumpling. I was so happy in this flat. Had it all to myself. I knew where everything was. It was nice. It was comfortable. And today, you moved in. And within hours, I've got a ruined relationship and Shirley Bassey blaring from every room. And I'm eating cake! All those years, I didn't know what it was like to have you as a mother. I didn't know how lucky I was.
Didn't know what it was like to have me as a... Well, what's that supposed to mean, Tiffany?
It means I never knew you. I never knew you, Mummy. I didn't know where you were. Once I sent you a birthday present and it came back stamped, not known at this address.
Oh, that's a lie. I was always there for you. I was never more than a phone call away.
You were always in Mexico and Montego Bay and Mauritius and God knows where else.
But I always left my number. I couldn't be with you 24 hours of the day, Dumpling. You were in a boarding school, and I had friends who used to invite me to nice places, rich friends who paid for your schooling.
I know all about your friends. God, sometimes I was so confused I used to send 3 Father's Day cards.
Look, Tiffany, I know you're upset, but it's no use taking your frustration out on me. You can insult me as much as you like, but it still won't alter the truth. I am not to blame. I didn't invite Robert back here. I didn't even know that you were going to invite him back here. I didn't even know who he was. He recognised me, darling. It wasn't my fault, Tiffany.
I know. I know. God, I wish I hadn't called him a dirty old pervert.
Oh, he understands. He's an intelligent man. He'll phone you all right to you, you'll see.
I suppose just because he delivered me is no reason not to see him, is it?
Of course not. I mean, it's a talking point, isn't it? You can use it to your advantage at dinner parties and social gatherings. And how did you and Robert meet? Oh, it was a long time ago. He cut my umbilical cord.
We've been attached ever since.
There, you see. Phenomenal. Oh, what did I say? See you in the morning.
Mummy. I'm sorry.
Night-night, baby.
Hello? Oh, hello, Robert. Oh, yes, I know. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes, of course. Mummy, it's for you!